heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, Deku was attacked by a creature that was a hybrid of a fox and a tiger. Now, this creature is called a Tox, and for those of you confused as to why that is, in the Avatar world, there are hybridized creatures. Basically, it is of one species and another, and it does share characteristics of both. Now, I introduced this creature just because I felt like it was very good to have, and for other reasons. Now, with that being said, Deku was injured whenever he tried to get away from this creature. He tried to trap it, and that didn't work too well. Then he tried to fight it, and he suffered of a massive injury on his hand and most of his forearm. 3 large slash marks. And Deku, after running away, he went to go get it treated. However, he ran into Koya. And Koya, yeah. She, over the course of the last 48 hours Deku's been here, has felt like Deku, he's hiding something. I mean, well, it might just be her overactive imagination, or she may just be putting these strange connections about him together wrong. But he's a fascinating guy. I mean, just take a look at him. He's confident, strong. He's, well, I mean, there's a bit more to that, but she'll just keep that to herself. Now, she asked Deku the question. She somewhat meant it as a joke. Is Deku the Avatar? And Deku, he revealed that he was. Now, Koya, she had some ideas leading to this. He's curious about waterbending, and he's asking primarily how to train in said element. Well, his questions weren't exactly that. They are what she would ask if she was. He moves like an earthbender. He's a firebender, however. And Deku will quickly try to change some of his stances. He might put his hands up like a firebender. However, his feet, they can be placed like an earthbender. While it isn't easy to notice, he's subtle about it. He'll quickly go to make changes if he does feel like it's wrong. And he'll explain it away as a traditional firebending style, since most people don't know those traditional styles nowadays. And Deku, he also meditates like an airbender. Now, with that being said, these all led her to that strange conclusion. And while she didn't want to dismiss it because, hey, he could just be a weird guy that she does have curiosity in, she found out he was the Avatar. Now, with that being said, we do actually cut to about a month later, where Deku, he has been healing from his injury and speaking to Koya. And Koya, yeah, she was still trying to wrap her mind around that. This guy she might actually like is the fucking Avatar. I mean, how do you explain that? And, well, right now, she's going to be training the Avatar in waterbending. Waterbending! I mean, that's something that she could have bragging rights with. Oh, the Avatar is a very talented waterbender. Well, guess what? I'm the one who was their first teacher. I taught them exactly what to do. Now, Koya, yeah. She just found it to be odd. And right now, Deku, he has actually healed over the last month. And he has actually been at least attending some time to spend with Koya. Now, Koya, She just stood there and waterbended, while Deku he was sitting down and watching. He was making sure to pay attention to the way her feet were placed, along with the way her body is and the way her arms are. While her shoulders could go from, well, relaxed, they'll immediately go to tensed, and then they'll go into a bit more of a, well, if I have to say it in a word, relaxed, or no, not relaxed. Crap. There's no real word I can think of right now, but I'd say alert, actually. That would probably be the best way to describe it. He'd see how she goes from relaxed to alert, and then to tensed, or, well, on the way to attack. Now, Deku, whenever he actually was able to participate, or at least move his forearm and bend or move his arm, he found that he could actually do a bit more. Now, while these lessons they were private, a few people they did start to notice that these two, after matches or even whenever they were training, they trained together. And well, at first they were able to dismiss it as Deku and Koya are trying to find out ways to fight other elements or the opposite element. And yeah, eventually when the two started to be seen together after matches, that was quickly dismissed. And there actually was Luna. Luna, she found this to be very interesting. Deku, he might be actually trying to develop that waterbender style that he talked about. And it's interesting to her. Koya, from what she has known of the girl and even gone on missions with her, she's found that Koya is very, well, what's the right word? Direct. She tells it how it is. And then the fact is, she actually does agree with a lot of things Koya does. I mean, while she might not be a waterbender herself, she was raised by them. And she does understand the way many waterbenders do think, and the way they do perceive many things in the Earth Kingdom. It's just life experience. And yeah, it may not have been good. That's what she does know. Koya, she acts nice and kind. However, when she does want to be, she is a very tough girl. I mean, she saw the girl actually defend against firebenders, and even people they were using that weird technology. What was it again? Hero tech? Yeah, that's the right word. Now, she saw the way Koya fought, and while she did immediately go to try and defend and trap by turning the water into ice, there was the fact that Koya, she threatened one of them because of the way they were trying to get free. Now, with that being said, we do actually pick up with Deku and Koya, as there actually is Koya who is going to tell Deku exactly what he's doing wrong. Okay, but my stance is good, right? Your feet are wrong. Okay, hang on. So, what am I doing wrong? What about my hands? Now, Koya is going to walk up, her going to look right at Deku before going to actually bring up her own hands, and go to at least mirror his stance. Okay, what you're doing here is wrong. Bend your elbows, relax your hands, and, well, untense your back. You're putting too much, well, focus on it. Okay, so what now? Your feet. You just got to shift. Okay. Now, well, just relax your knees. Okay. Is this right? That's correct. All right. Now, bend. Deku's just going to throw his hands out. I'm going to focus on the movements. He does go stepping forwards. Him going to throw up his left hand as he does go to turn and focus his body. Him throwing his hand over his head and going to twirl. Him going to, with his right hand, bring up more water as he does this spin back around. Him throwing his hands outwards and then getting ready, as the water is going to form in front of him. Good. Alright, now freeze. Deku going to do so. As whenever he does go to start trying to freeze the water, half of it freezes. While the other half, whenever Deku he does try to continue to freeze it, he's not able to do so. Shit! Now, Deku will go to let go of the element. Whenever he does so, the water will go to collapse. And so would the ice. As Koya is talking about how that was a lot better. You think so? Yep. Anyways, you're starting to get the idea of freezing down. Okay, is that good? It really is. You said that you trained with the element yourself for 2 months. And you're doing. You were. You were doing good. I'll be honest with you though, you could have been doing better for being the Avatar. Koya, I told you, I'm just not used to this. But you were trained for 3 years, right? Yeah, I mean, I remember some things and, well, I mean, okay. I remember a few things, but just trying to relearn it, I'm just stuck, okay? What are you stuck on? I mean, I want to say I'm stuck with the fact that I keep thinking of earth or air certain times, and I mean, I had the most problem with air. It was just a little bit more difficult, but water, that's different. Really. And why is that? I mean, water, it's water. I mean, turning it into ice? That's still strange, isn't it? Not really. Okay, fine. Maybe I just suck at bending. Hmm, yeah, that might be it. But you're forgetting something. You're only recent to this, less than a year of experience, and less with a proper teacher. While I may not be a teacher, I'm a pretty good bender. I wouldn't consider myself to be anywhere near the older guy, but you know, I'm still pretty good too. I understand that. But I am also trying to focus. And it's not really that easy to focus. Really? You distracted? Dick is somewhat going to turn, as he does try to pause for a minute. Distracted is one word for it. Ah, okay. Okay. You got this. Just try to focus, man. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. I got this. Now, Deku will go to try again. Him going on repeat. And repeat. Over and over. As whenever they do go to move over to different things, Deku does still have problems with them. And Koya, she does take note of this. And right now, while she does want to ask a few waterbenders for ideas, she has kept Deku's promise. Don't tell anyone. And that's something that both Deku and Koya, they do somewhat struggle with. Deku still doesn't really know if he can trust Koya. Koya, yeah. She does seem to be very devoted to these people. And from what he's been able to tell so far, she does still hold some suspicion towards him. But she's been trying to do her best. She finds it difficult to teach. I mean, she's not too sure where he needs improvements on. Whenever she thinks that she's better than Deku at something, she doesn't think he needs to improve upon it. However, there's one of her Deku he isn't as good as her. She's teaching him the wrong way. She's trying to focus on where her weaknesses do lie. And whenever she does at least see Deku's responses and his weaknesses, basically his strengths with the element and his, well, less than desirable weaknesses with the element, she does at least try to pose where Deku might be compared to her. And right now, she is trying to stay above Deku. While she doesn't want to guide him in the wrong way, she is doing that a little bit. However, she's doing it unknowingly. She does believe that right now she's doing very good with this. However, she does want to at least ask for others' input as to how they would teach a new bender. And right now she's trying to wonder about how to bring that up. As Deku, he's currently wondering exactly if his stance might be good. Now, with that, they would eventually return, them heading back from the lake. As they do so, there is one of her Yozik, or Yo, I forgot how to pronounce that. Yozet, I'll just call him. The older firebender. He would go to at least gather people together. And right now he does want a team. He wants a team of people who will be able to be available for a mission. And he is willing to take volunteers. However, he does at least have people he would like to join. However, he will leave the decision up to them. So, if they do have volunteers, please step forwards. Because right now, they are up for something special. Now, Deku, he does get ready. As whenever he does get a step forwards, so does Koya. And they're actually Yozet, or yeah, Yozet, I'll just call him. He does get a somewhat smile, as he does ask if there are any more benders. They needed a firebender and they did need a waterbender. And right now, they actually are in need of a metal bender, or maybe even possibly an airbender. So, if one would like to step forwards and join the team, that would be very much appreciated. Now, when that does actually happen, there actually is an airbender, who they were going to step up. And when they do so, there actually where another earthbender would going to step up as well. Now, Deku, he does recognize the earthbender. He was the guy Deku fought whenever they were on a team. And he actually is somewhat curious as to what's going to be happening here. So, this is going to be good. An airbender, an earthbender, a waterbender, and a firebender. This should be interesting. Now, Yojitsu, he would actually somewhat gather them whenever everybody is dismissed. Him going to inform Deku and everybody as to what is going to be happening. Right now, what's happening is they're going to be sent undercover. And they are going to need to find a target. They are going to gather together and be part of a celebration that's happening. Whenever they do see the target, they are going to need to take them and try to get information. And they would rather enjoy it if they could do the following. Now, they are given a mission briefing and told about the target, what they are carrying, what they are doing, and how they are involved in all of it. And this is where everybody they were going to leave. And right now, Yozit, he actually is very happy. He believes that right now, Deku and his allies, they will do very well. It is very nice to see the Avatar so dedicated to their ideals. That's something that he does enjoy. He does like. And right now, he would go to speak to his friend. As whenever he does go to knock on the door and he is allowed in, there actually is whenever Deku, Yozit, he does step inside to see his friend. As the man, he is currently sitting down. Him in a stance that would show that he is in meditation. As the man would ask Yozit what he does want. I came in here, my friend, because I have a report. We have sent the team. Right now, they should all be on their way. When they do arrive, they have at least 72 hours to find the target. With how brief that window is and with how narrow it is, I want to say the entire city, it will be difficult to traverse. However, are you sure that we should not let the Avatar be aware of a bit more? I do not believe it to be necessary. I understand, but you understand what this is going to do. I do understand, and I do hope that you understand, my friend. Now, the man will go to someone to stand up. As whenever he does go to move quickly towards the man, he is going to tell him that the Avatar cannot be aware. That if he is aware, then he will be involved. He will not like that. And from what he does know, if that does happen, then they need to get involved. They will have to stop it. And he would not like that very much. Yes, I understand. But the Avatar, would he not be of great service to you of now? My friend, you don't understand. I don't think he would find the Avatar would be useful. And that is just a problem. If the Avatar was useful, then our friend would have located him sooner, would have found him sooner. I believe that that is where the Avatar, they are obsolete. He has not been doing his purpose. He was here over 500 years ago, and he disappeared for centuries. What exactly would that tell you? He very much abandoned his guardianship. And the Avatar nowadays, he would stand by and watch. He would watch the world collapse. That is why we are here. We must become the guardians. You understand? I do. But do you seriously think that this is wise? Now, the man will go to turn around, expressing to him that that is not for him to decide. And he must go now, because he needs to go back to meditating. Now, Yozet would go to leave, or Yoken. I need to figure out a better name for this guy. Yokits. He would go to leave. And I do believe that is a good point to leave this part off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.